Welcome to the Personal Perseverance Project. My name is David Atkins, retired New York State Trooper, $1 Million direct sales international business earner, author, and keynote motivational speaker, where each week I come here to help you break through your excuses so you can live a life up to your fullest potential. Let the project begin.
That is my mindset. I operate on a level of excellence, and you guys need to wake up every single day, and you need to operate on a level of excellence and create your masterpiece.
What's up, guys, and welcome to this weekly's edition episode of the Personal Perseverance Project. Labor Day is behind us. This is the first time I haven't dropped an episode on a Monday because of the holiday. I was actually away this weekend at my daughter's ice hockey tournament. So I'm always a big believer to be where your feet are, to be present in the moment. And just this summer, having a busy summer and some downtime, I didn't have any episodes in the bank. So I'm recording this on Tuesday, and I'm going to release it as soon as I'm done. But today's message, I really want to dive into something that I heard and reflected on this weekend, and something I even shared with my daughter's ice hockey team this weekend. One of the things that they incorporate with the team, there's an amazing mom on the team that has training in mental toughness. Like literally she's done basically like a dissertation on it and has had a degree in it. And the work that she's doing with the girls and my daughter's teammates has been absolutely unbelievable. It's just, I'm so grateful for her. But this weekend, I am actually the team manager. I'm also a hockey coach, which is kind of crazy. I never played hockey. I really can't ice skate. Like I can skate, but I can't stop. But I'm a coach that helps out, involved with the bench a lot, and I'm the team manager. So I'm present and involved in a lot of things, which I enjoy because I want to be there and be involved with all of the aspects of my kid's life. And that's something that I'm always speaking about, that I'm a family first person. And I don't ever want to look back and wish that I missed certain things with my kids. So I was involved. But the reason I'm sharing this is because I want to share something with you that I shared with my daughter's team, 15 and 16-year-old girls. And that is really that we need to press into growth. Like we really need to lean into growth opportunities. And the way I explain it to them, and I'll explain it to you, is when I look back at my teenage years, when I look back at my early 20s, if somebody was to say to me or ask me, David, when did you perform your best? Like when did you go out there and whatever it is that you were doing and you felt you were at your peak performance or you were in your flow? Like if you guys saw the USA Olympics and watched Steph Curry when he was like in the championship game and he's dropping those threes, it was like crazy, one after the next, like pure domination. He was in like the zone. I like to call it the zone. Like sometimes when I speak and get up on stage, like I get in this zone where everything is just like flowing. It's like a flow state. And if somebody was to ask that question to me at the age of my daughter's teammates or even to an adult, if I look back in my younger years, you know, I was a baseball player. I loved to pitch. And I would say, you know, it'd probably be when I'm pitching and I feel like my fastball, you know, I'm throwing a lot of strikes. I'm not walking a lot of people. I'm striking people out. You know, things are going good in my life. I'm happy. You know, all the things that I want to be happening are happening. And that's when I'm performing my best. And I have to tell you, as I got older and as I got wiser and as I stand here today before you at 47 years old, I have learned that the times I perform my best or the times that I have learned the most have not been during my best times. The times that I have learned the most have been times when I've been out of my comfort zone. There have been times where I've made mistakes and I was able to look at my mistakes and say, what did I learn from this? Or it was times of failures or setbacks in my life that I was able to say, what did I learn from this? Or seasons or incidents that occurred. You know, the one biggest thing that I share is You know, in 2006, like my goal and dream when I was on the state police at that time was to be on the New York State Police SWAT team. And when I tried out at that time with this elite SWAT team, I didn't make it, but my best friend, David Brinkerhoff Brink, did. And, you know, a year later in 2007, that same SWAT team was in the shootout in a house that ultimately killed my best friend. You know, and in the moment in 2006 when it didn't work out and I wasn't able to try out and I was really down and I was really bummed and, you know, I was really struggling in that time. But looking back now, or looking back right after that happened, when we're in the thick of things, when we're going through trials and tribulations, you know, and I like to say, what did we learn from it? Or what blessing did life give you? What blessing did your faith or God give you in that moment that maybe you didn't see then, but you can look back now and say, what did I learn from that? And I realized the blessing that I was given while I was in it, while I didn't make that SWAT team in the moment, it was so hard. But I realized today that if I was on that team, I may not be here. If I was on that team, I would have never become a Beachbody coach, which opened the door to speaking, which opened the door to making a bigger impact in the world and realizing that I've been blessed with this gift that's bigger than me to go out and inspire and speak to people. So what I'm sharing in this one lesson is looking back, or now as you get older, I need you to realize that we are best when we're out of our comfort zones, whether it's life steers you in a different direction like it did for me. So it was a blessing I didn't see then that I see now. Or when we make mistakes, when my daughter's team this weekend lost one game before they got to the championship game, we were able to talk to them of what did you learn from that? Because I can tell you right now, the hardest time to give somebody constructive criticism, the hardest time to give somebody feedback of what they can do to improve is when things are going right. I mean, you know, when things are going right, it's very hard to talk to somebody and say, you know, you probably can do this better because they're doing well. We don't learn anything when things are going right. We learn things, we improve, we get better when things aren't going right, when things are going wrong, when we are hoping for a certain thing to happen in our life and life has a way of steering us in a different direction. And I believe that's bigger than us. That's God. For me, it's my faith. For you, whatever you believe in, the universe, whatever it is, we may not recognize it, but isn't it amazing if you were to look back at your life and look at all the things you've been through that lead you up to now, your path makes sense. It never makes sense when we're going through it and trying to say, I wish my future was heading in this direction, and maybe it's not. But when you look back, the stars align of why you are where you are today. So for me, I shared with the team, and I'm sharing with you that we need to lean into the growth because that's where the magic happens. We need to lean into being stretched out of our comfort zone. Like, I love when John Maxwell talks about the law of the rubber band. And what he says is he explains that a rubber band is useless unless it's stretched. A rubber band is not something you can use until it's stretched out. The same thing applies for your life, right? We have to be stretched, and that only happens during opportunities of growth. You know, there's a great quote by Martin Luther King, and he says, and I'm looking down for those of you that are watching it, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. That, my friends, is the definition of me to true character of an individual. Everybody knows what to do when things are going right. Everybody's going to be on their best behavior. Everybody's going to be happy. Everybody is going to be in their flow or in their zone when things are going right. But the true character of a man to me, and the thing I ask you is, what do you do when things aren't going right? Just like Martin Luther King said, it's where you stand in times of challenge and controversy. That's where a true character of a man really comes out. So I need you to lean into whatever it is that you're going through, whatever struggles you're going through. And I hope for many of you, they're intentional. And what I mean by that is every single day, I try to feel somewhat uncomfortable. So I'm growing. So I'm stretching myself. It could be as simple as pushing myself in my workouts. It could be trying to improve myself as a speaker. It could be tough conversations that I need to have during coaching people one-on-one, or tough conversations maybe you need to have at work. Maybe you are a supervisor and you have people that you know you need to speak to. And I could tell you, tough conversations are never convenient, but if we don't have those conversations that we know we need to have, then problems tend to snowball and get out of control. But that's what life's about. That's where we get better. That's where we improve. During my state police years as a captain, so many times I had to have tough conversations. As a lieutenant, many times I had to have tough conversations, and often they were with people that I supervised that were on the job, the state police, a lot longer than me, that maybe were 10, 15, 20 years older than me. And I realized that that's where growth happens, not when things are convenient. It happens when you get stretched, and I'm a better person for it. So as I wrap up today, I need you to lean into your struggles. I need you to lean into growth. I need you to understand it's part of the process, and that's the only way we're going to improve each and every day. So guys, with that, that's my shorter message for you guys today. I am going to try, after I am finished writing my book, I want to refocus and try to get some more guests on my podcast. Right now, I'm giving you with what I am thinking about to share and help you make an impact with your life. But if you haven't heard already, I started writing my next book, The One Decision Away. I am a few chapters in. I haven't been at it the last couple of weeks. I was on a family vacation, and my kids were home from school, and I work in my home office unless I'm traveling for speaking. So trying to write and have a clear mind with multiple kids in the house, and that chaos just doesn't work. So I am focusing there, but I am looking to get some more guests on soon to this podcast. But guys, other than that, please drop a comment below, rate the podcast, share this with people, because I realize the message that I spread is often from what I learned, not only from my own life, but from the books and the podcasts and the videos that I listen to and learn from other people's lives. And my message is bigger than me. It's not about me. It's about each and every person that we can reach to improve their life for the better. And today's message is people often run away from their struggles, trials, and tribulations. And I need you to turn that around and actually run into them, because that's where the magic's going to happen when we get out of our comfort zone. So guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Personal Perseverance Project. My goal every single day is to help people live up to their fullest potential. So please share this episode, subscribe to my channel, and maybe even leave a review. Be sure to connect and follow me on all my social media channels. And if you would like more information about me potentially being a keynote speaker at your event, or maybe you want to work with me one-on-one as your private coach, be sure to go to my website at davidatkinspeaks.com for more information. Thank you.